Can Brandon Miller's rising star power and potential partnership with LaMelo Ball turn the tide for the struggling Charlotte Hornets? Today, we are going to discuss his journey, achievements, and the exciting prospects for the team's future. Are you ready for the Hornets' resurgence? Without wasting much time, let's get into it. The Charlotte Hornets are having a tough time in the NBA this season, making them one of the weakest teams in the league. It's been a real challenge for them, and they might end the year with the worst record, which means they could even do worse than the Detroit Pistons. The team has been facing difficulties on the court, and their performance has not been up to par. Winning games have been hard, and they find themselves at the bottom of the standings. This is surprising for fans who kind of hoped for a better season. Compared to other teams like the Detroit Pistons, the Hornets are struggling more. It's not a great situation, and fans are hoping for a turnaround in the team's performance. The players and the coaching staff are surely working hard to improve, but it's a real test for them this season. Even though it's a challenging time for the Charlotte Hornets, fans are still cheering for them, hoping they can finish the season on a stronger note. It's a tough journey, but in sports, things can change, and the Hornets might bounce back in the games ahead. In the middle of a tough season for the Charlotte Hornets, where important players like Gordon Hayward and LaMelo Ball got hurt, there's a bright spot emerging in the form of rookie Brandon Miller. Even though the team is having a hard time, Miller's playing is showing that he could become a big star for the Hornets in the future. With key players dealing with injuries, the team needed someone to step up. And Brandon Miller has been that player. His performances on the court are like a shining light, giving hope to the Hornets and their fans. Despite the challenges, Miller is proving himself and showing potential to be a star player for the team. The rookie's abilities and skills are becoming more and more apparent, making him a standout player amidst difficulties the team is facing. As the season unfolds, many are excited to see how Brandon Miller's emerging talent will contribute to the promising future of the Charlotte Hornets. During the summer league, people got a bit worried about Brandon Miller, who was one of the top 3 picks. He seemed to be having some problems on the court, like missing shots and having trouble getting to the basket. What caught everyone's attention was that he looked unsure of himself and even airballed a few shots. These early struggles made some people concerned that his performance in the summer league might be a sign of a not-so-great career ahead. The main worries were about his confidence, and if these difficulties would continue as he moved forward in the basketball journey. When a player is a top pick, there's a lot of expectation, and seeing them struggle early on can make fans and experts wonder if they will live up to the hype. However, it's important to remember that the summer league is just the beginning, and players often have time to improve and adjust to the professional level of play. So while there are concerns, it's also possible that Brandon Miller could bounce back and prove himself in the upcoming seasons. In the past, some people were a bit worried about how well Brandon Miller, a top 3 pick for the Charlotte Hornets, would do in basketball. But lately, he's been doing really great. Brandon has been showing big improvements in the recent games, and he's using the skills that made everyone excited about him in the first place. Now, it looks like he's on his way to becoming a really important player for the Charlotte Hornets' future. People are happy to see him fulfilling his potential and becoming a key player for the team. It's like Brandon is proving that those initial worries were unnecessary because he's doing so well now. Everyone is looking forward to seeing how much more he can achieve and how he'll keep getting better in the future. The Charlotte Hornets must be really pleased to have him as part of their team. Brandon Miller is being compared to a young Paul George, and it's a good thing. People see similarities in how smoothly they move, their ability to make shots, how athletic they are, and how well they play defense. This comparison suggests that Brandon Miller has the potential to make a positive impact on the team, just like Paul George did when he was younger. Something interesting to note is that Brandon's performance has gotten better recently. The improvement in his stats seem to match up with some key changes in the team's lineup. 2 key players, Terry Rozier and LaMelo Ball, have either left or been dealing with injuries. Because of these changes, Brandon Miller is getting more chances to play and show off his skills on the court. This increased playing time could be a big factor in why we're seeing better and more impressive performances from him lately. It's exciting to see how these changes might shape the team's future, with Brandon Miller potentially becoming a key player. In the Charlotte Hornets' basketball team, there's talk about a cool team-up between Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball. People are excited because they think these 2 players could make a really strong duo in the backcourt, which is like the guys who play near the opponent's basket. Even though the team has some challenges right now, this partnership is seen as a bright spot for the Hornets' future. Now, when we look at Brandon Miller, there are some things he can work on to become even better. One idea is to improve his playmaking and creation skills. This means he could get better at helping the team score points and make cool plays. Also, it's suggested that he tries going to the rim more often. That just means getting closer to the basket to try to score more points. Lastly, they say he should focus more on being efficient. This basically means doing things in a smarter way to make sure he's helping the team as much as possible. So basically, people are looking forward to seeing how Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball team up. And there are some tips for Brandon to become an even better player. Building a successful basketball team is like putting together a puzzle, and two important pieces for the Charlotte Hornets are Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball. These two players, as a backcourt duo, are like the foundation of a strong house. If they develop well, it can attract other talented players to join the team. Think of it like friends wanting to be a part of a cool group because they know it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, there's an exciting chance for the Hornets in the 2024 NBA draft. It's like a big shopping day for the team where they can pick players who will fit perfectly with Brandon and LaMelo. This is important for the team's plan to be successful in the future. Just like choosing the right ingredients for a recipe, the Hornets can find players in the draft who will make their team even better. So, if Brandon and LaMelo grow into great players and the Hornets make smart choices in the draft, it's like building a dream team. This can attract even more talented players, making the Charlotte Hornets a team to watch and cheer for in the future. Brandon Miller, a talented rookie for the Charlotte Hornets, has been showcasing his skills on the basketball court. However, despite his promising performances, he is often overlooked in comparison to other rookies like Wemmy and Scoot. The need to appreciate Miller's contributions and the positive influence he could have on the team. What sets Miller apart is his ability to meet the expectations outlined in the prospect profile. In contrast to many top draft picks, he has lived up to the projections made during his pre-draft analysis. This means that the qualities and skills scouts saw in him before he joined the Hornets are now evident in his on-court actions. While Wemmy and Scoot may be garnering more attention, it is essential to underscore Miller's steadfast efforts and potential impact within the Charlotte Hornets. This recognition encourages an appreciation for his achievements, emphasizing his valuable contributions to the team. Despite being overshadowed, Miller remains a consistent and integral asset. His dedication and performance promise exciting prospect for the Hornets' future. As he continues to meet and possibly exceed expectations, Miller's role is positioned to become increasingly influential. This nuanced perspective urges fans and observers to acknowledge the broader spectrum of talent within the team, recognizing Miller's resilience and anticipating the significant role he could play in shaping the team's success moving forward. In conclusion, Brandon Miller's journey with the Charlotte Hornets reflects a tale of resilience and growth amidst the team's challenges. His evolving skills and potential partnership with LaMelo Ball offer hope for the team's future success. Despite being somewhat overshadowed, Miller's consistent efforts deserve recognition. As fans, let's appreciate and support his contributions, envisioning a brighter future for the Hornets. If you enjoyed this insight, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on the exciting journey of Brandon Miller and the Charlotte Hornets.